G'day and Happy New Year. I'm Andrew Marshall with the Northern Australia Climate Program at the University of Southern Queensland, and this is a short summary of the Bureau of Meteorology's climate outlook for Queensland for the weeks and months ahead, issued in the last few days of January 2026. So we'll take a look at the rainfall outlooks to begin with, starting with these outlook scenarios, and these are the rainfall totals that have a 75% chance of occurring for your region. So looking ahead to the 3 months from February to April here, we're seeing a 75% chance of up to 25 to 50 millimetres for parts of southwestern Queensland and around 50 to 100 millimetres or more for central regions, increasing to more than 300 millimetres for parts of the far east and more than 400 millimetres for the far north. Now, don't forget to use this magnifying glass here to drill deeper into the forecast, specifying your location of interest to break the forecast down into the chance of different rainfall amounts occurring. And this gives you an idea of how conditions are likely to be compared to the historical median. Your local climate mate will be happy to go through this with you in more detail. Now we'll look at the temperatures, and the differences from average for maximum temperature show mostly warmer conditions for the 2 weeks from the 5th to the 18th of February. And here the average is calculated over the 1981 to 2018 period for this time of year. Now for minimum temperature, we are also expecting warmer than average conditions across the state over that 2-week period. Now looking at the chance of extremes map for the 3 months from February to April, we're seeing an elevated chance of unusually warm days across much of Queensland and unusually warm nights across the state right here. And by unusually warm, we mean the highest 20% of historical temperature records for this time of year based on the 1981 to 2018 period. Now remember, these long-range forecasts for rainfall and temperature provide the best guidance for local climate. So that is our focus as always, and these forecasts consider all ocean and atmosphere conditions that affect seasonal weather and climate. But if you're interested in some of the climate indicators that can influence the forecast, we'll have a quick look at these now. And sea surface temperatures in the Australian region were the third warmest on record for December, and they remain warmer than average in the forecast for the 3 months from February to April, particularly notable in the Tasman Sea. Now, warmer oceans can provide increased moisture and energy, and that can enhance the severity of storms, cyclones, and rain systems. A weak La Nina continues in the tropical Pacific, but the Bureau's model predicts a return to a neutral state in February, and this timing aligns with most international models assessed. The Indian Ocean dipole has returned to neutral, and it's typically inactive from December through to April. The Madden-Julian Oscillation, or the MJO, was strong over the Western Pacific in late January, but it's since weakened and is forecast to regain some strength over the Indian Ocean in early February. And the Southern Annular Mode, or the SAM, was in its positive phase at times through January, and it's forecast to be neutral through most of February. Now turning to the pasture growth outlook from long paddock for the 3 months from January to March, and we're expecting to see high pasture growth across Northern Australia, as is shown here, with some large areas of high, medium and low growth predicted in the coming months. And don't forget to visit the NACP Cattle Comfort Index prototype forecast at nacp.org.au for information on how heat stress conditions are likely to vary over Northern Australia in the days ahead. You can explore other forecast products there and read a whole lot more about the Northern Australia Climate Program. As always, for more information and updates, visit the Bureau's climate pages at bom.gov.au/climate. If you have any questions about recent conditions or the use of weather and climate forecasts, please reach out to your local climate mate. See you next month.